Tonight on Tom's River Schools Today, we will take a look at your upcoming weather.
And as always, we have a look at some of the events from around the school district. Tom's River Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
Hello, and welcome to Tom's River Schools Today for Tuesday, October the 22nd, 2019. I'm Kira Bruno.
And I'm Julia Zulin. Later on tonight, we'll check out your weather and we look at how one teacher is making a difference in the middle school.
But up first tonight, we take a look at our elementary schools in our Elementary Happenings segment.
Starting off our elementary happenings, please contact your main office for the times of any upcoming events.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day. Hi, I'm Julia Harold, and this is your random fact of the day. Did you know that 123 million cars are being driven down the U.S. highways?
It's time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. I'm slowly drifting away.
the streets of Milwaukee, children without car seats is a problem for the police. So far this year, there's been 122 citations given because of it, and one officer used his own money to help a mother out, instead of giving her a ticket. Sean Gallagher has the story.
A big pet peeve of mine is little ones that are not in a car seat.
Officer Kevin Zimmerman has been with the Milwaukee Police Department for about 12 years. He took the oath to protect and serve, and he took the word protect to another level this weekend when he noticed on a routine traffic stop 3 kids weren't in car seats.
She said she can't afford them at this time.
With bills coming up and the winter coming up, I got to get coats and boots and shoes and stuff, so it was kind of hard for me.
So Officer Zimmerman took matters into his own hands and bought 2 car seats for her younger children at a nearby Walmart for about $75. But it didn't stop there.
Not only did he give us the car seats, he actually put them in for me.
I didn't do this to be praised or data boy or anything like that. I did it because I'm a parent, and I didn't want nothing to happen to these kids.
And his gesture will keep Andrella's kids safe. The Centers for Disease Control says car seats reduce the risk of death to infants by 71% and toddlers by 45%.
I said, I got 3 kids at home. If this were to happen to my kids, I would be devastated the rest of my life.
He was awesome. I really love him. I really appreciate everything he did for us.
It's now time for us to take a look at the dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is fiduciary, meaning of relating to or involving a confidence or trust, such as, and now for today's sentence, the gentleman had a fiduciary duty so that provided great relief for the woman.
Now we're going to take a short break, but coming up, we take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Crowded hallways are the loneliest places for outcasts and rebels, or anyone who just dares to be different. And you've been trying for so long to find out where your place is, but in their narrow minds there's no room for anyone who dares to do something different. Oh, but listen for a minute. Trust the one who's been where you are, wishing all it was sticks and stones. Those words cut deep, but they don't mean you're all alone, and you're not invisible. We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
Intermediate happenings. At Intermediate North School, apparel is available and on display in the front entrance of the building. Order forms are available in the main office of the school.
Let's now stop in at Intermediate East and see how the 6th graders are shaping up. We spent the day with Mr. Masika and his class. Here's a look.
I'm Peter Contagianos from Toms River Schools Today, and today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Mystica to see what his day is like at Intermediate East Middle School.
A 6th grade social studies teacher at Intermediate East. I went to Monmouth University, and I wanted to be a teacher ever since I was in high school. I have been teaching 22 years, and my first 2 years were actually kindergarten. The hardest part about teaching sixth grade now is probably competing with YouTube and the other types of technology that the kids like to do. That's probably the hardest part, trying to be entertaining enough to keep their interest. The easiest part is they're still at a good age where most of them want to learn and they want to please you, and they try their best.
What I was most nervous about coming into middle school is kind of like how, things could, like the school is really big and you have to go to class, and it's more of a responsibility and you could like get lost.
But I want to get this ready for Monday.
I was most excited about having because in elementary school, I have a lot of energy, so I'm always kind of fidgeting. So I'm happy that I'm kind of moving everywhere, going class to class, instead of just staying in a seat for a long period of time in elementary school.
Thanks to Mr. Masika and the kids for letting us spend the day at Intermediate East. From Toms River Schools Today, I'm Peter Contagianis.
It is now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day we will bring a tip that will help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
Before bed, truly turn off electronics. Plug your devices, the TV and DVD player, or the computer and printer into a UL certified power strip. Switch the whole group off for the evening to prevent phantom electronic draw.
Every day on the show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day, so stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help save the environment.
It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings.
Toms River Schools Today will be right back.
But the butcher don't care if you live or if you die. But I've never touched nothing that my spirit could kill. You know, I've seen a lot of people walking around with tombstones in their eyes.
Hi, do you have ID? Yep. Oh, okay, thanks. Hi, do you have ID?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you can't be in the building without ID. I need to have...
It's okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, security, please. There's a young man in the building without ID, and he's running away from my post here at ball duty.
Starting off our high school happenings, attention students and staff. The school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo, Snapple, and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for your after-school practices. Stop in soon. It's time to get Raiderized.
Attention Raider Nation, long sleeve Raider Nation shirts are back in stock in the school store, or stop by W10 to get yours for $15. Every Wednesday in October, wear your pink to show respect for those fighting breast cancer.
Bullying can be a problem in high school, but 2 seniors in North Carolina are offering a creative and kind solution. Sydney Farmer explains.
The cafeteria at Reidsville High School is a busy place during lunch. For DeMontez Canada and Tyvon Smoot, though, this is the place that changed their senior year, making them feel
like a hero.
Blessed.
Yeah.
It started with a text about a freshman student whose sister had tweeted about him feeling bad because he'd been picked on and was eating lunch alone. So the 2 upperclassmen decided to turn a negative into a positive.
We both decided to meet him the next day and catch him on guard and go have lunch with him because he said he didn't have any friends. So when we did that, it was like he said we was heroes, and he was excited because he didn't have nobody to eat lunch with, so we ate lunch with him on that same exact day.
But then word got out about their act of kindness.
I was not expecting that at all. I really wasn't.
It's like nobody was supposed to know but me, him, and probably the principals.
And the calls for interviews came.
I don't know how it happened.
It just started coming out of nowhere.
It just started coming.
People was just hitting us with, oh, you're going to this school, oh, you're on this news channel.
It was wild. It was kind of cool, though.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, Access Hollywood, network news programs, all wanting to share their good deed. And social media took notice as well, with hundreds of thousands of people reading and sharing their story.
That's a lot of people.
And not just in our state.
Because I remember a person from the Caribbean texting me. And they let me know how far I got out.
Yeah. Someone from the UK hit me up, too, on Facebook about it.
So at the request of their principal, the teens decided to tell other younger students that bullying is not okay. At one school, they noticed a student who looked distraught.
For some reason, I could just sense from behind that I knew something was wrong. So we called him over, and he was talking to us about all his issues.
True to their hearts, they took action, going on a shopping spree with Karen Heiler, the spokesperson for Rockingham County Schools, to buy that student some things he needed.
He loved it when we brought it back to him the next day.
We bought him a lot of stuff.
He said that it was Christmas part 2 to him.
And 2 times better.
Yeah, 2 times better. He said Christmas in October.
Their kind ways are also having an impact in their own school.
Just today, I had a group of female students who saw another student at lunch. They decided to be her lunch buddy. Then I had another group of female students that had a student here at the school that didn't have clothes. And the kids already started collecting things for this other student. So we see now that it's really going school-wide.
And that's just fine with DeMontez and Tyvon.
I feel like we inspired other people to do what we do.
Yeah, that's how I feel like what we did. I feel like we sent a message out on how being friendly can help somebody's life.
Anyone interested in going on the second History Club trip of the year to Valley Forge National Park and the King of Prussia Mall, see Mr. Cohen in E5B for a permission slip. The trip will be held on Sunday, November 24th, and will be available to the first 100 students who hand in their money and permission slips. The cost is $35 and is due by Friday, November 15th. First come, first served.
Need school advice from a fellow student but are too shy to ask in person? Ask a senior member of NHS anonymously through a question box in the Media Center. Just place your question in the box and then receive your answer within the next few days, posted on the NHS bulletin board.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears.
Hi, I'm Kayla Clevin, and do you know what really grinds my gears? When people drive minivans.
It is now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Toms River Schools Today will be right back.
Every day is so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. no matter what they say.
Ron, you can't drive.
Debbie, I only had 12. Seems to be the problem, Ossifer. Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast. Coming tomorrow, it will be sunny with a high of 64 and low of 42. For Thursday, it will be sunny with a high of 67 and low of 44. And finally, for Friday, it will be cloudy with a high of 65 and low of 45.
Wrapping up tonight's show, the story of a woman behind a viral video out of a Yakima Care Center. CAP KVEW's Emily Goodell sat down with the 89-year-old roller skating champ, Magnificent Millie, and her physical therapist and learned how a medical emergency led her to skate for the first time in decades.
89-year-old Millie Lewis hadn't roller skated in 30 years. But after having a stroke in August, therapists at Landmark Care and Rehabilitation in Yakima made it their goal to help her skate once again.
We feel very fortunate if we can even get a patient to be able to walk with a walker again. And then there's Millie.
Millie was a championship roller skater. She won the Northwest Regional Championships in 1985, netting her a placement at Nationals for roller skating dance. Now, using a light gait device to hold her weight, Millie is able to skate almost on her own.
It's hard to get people in that just to stand in it, let alone on roller skates, to not even hesitate to let us put her on that and skate around this place is pretty darn amazing.
We learned about Millie through a viral Facebook post from her daughter from earlier this month. As of this story, it's been liked more than 40,000 times, shared 35,000 times, and has more than 6,000 comments from all over the world.
None of us had any idea. Our goal was only to make her smile.
Working toward the goal of skating again, Millie was able to push through to get stronger and left quite a mark on her therapist's lives along the way.
Watching her bravery and her grace and her patience. Yes, that's how she's impacted my life.
You would think when you meet Millie, she's so quiet and she's so sweet, and you don't think she's got the heart of a lion in there, but she does.
We asked Millie how her therapists make her feel as well.
On top of the world.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, CAP KView, Local News.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it interschool mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in TV21 throughout the day to catch this show, as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. For Tom's River Schools Today, I'm Julia Zulin.
And I'm Kiera Bruno. Have a great night.